Line in. Line in.
I remember back in the day when everything was a corner away. When we dreamed and we played till the street lights came on. She told her brother to come on. Some of their friends laughed because at curfew they stayed out past. We played games like freeze tag and hide and go seek. Your grandmother was sweet. There was always something to eat. Now they kill for nothing. Back in the day when the summers were long, we stayed in the streets all night long. Without a care in the world, back then you wrote a letter if you liked a girl. Hey, I like you, do you like me too? Just answer the question, yes, no, maybe so. When you had no dough, there were lawns to mow. House parties till her mother crashed it, and when she left, right back at it. That may have been static on your favorite radio station. Everyone had cars.
Hey everybody, welcome to BMore Brooklyn. My name is LadyJ. We got a special guest here tonight that we had before that set our show on fire. His name is Rawlings. And we got the guy from Brooklyn. We got Mr. Gilbert. Oh, you know what? Gilbert, hold on. Let me turn your mic on. Let me get it together over here. Okay, there we go. Now we can hear you.
Cold-blooded. Oh, I tell you, it's starting already, Troy. Starting already. What's up, everybody? It's Gilbert Bell live from Brooklyn. What's going on?
So, hi, everybody. We're back again because I promised you that I was going to go on the KeeHee dating app, and I kept my promise. I did do that. Yep. A few days after Troy was on our show, I actually went on the app, and I filled out all of the information. There's a lot of stuff to fill out. And you know what, just to get into it real quick, the one thing I like about it is that you can't lie, because as you continue to go down the questions, it's like another question comes up that kind of like the question you were trying to lie about. So I have to say it's a really good app. I must say that. And I also have to say that the next day, after I filled out all the information, I had 55 people who were interested, and it was interesting.
Say that number again for the
55. 5.
55, ladies. This ain't no church speed dating, ladies.
No.
Where's 60 women and 13 men. I've been to that one. I was hosting that one. I was the 13th one.
It was I would say 55 and counting, because that was 55 the next day. And then it has continued on up until, I didn't even check today, up until last night. It's continued on where, you know, people are interested. And here's the crazy thing, like I never got a chance to pay to sign up for the next thing. I went in to do it, and for some reason, I don't know what was going on that night, but the payment thing wasn't working. So I was like, okay, forget it. So I think what happened is these guys found me on social media. So I actually have 2 Facebook pages, and the other Facebook page just like it has not.
The hot butt naked one.
What?
One is hot butt naked and one is LadyJ.
No. I have the other
one
page.
One is Miss Jackson.
No. Something happened to my other page, and so I started another one. And what happened with this other page is that it is just blown up. It's nothing but men on there. It's really, it's really been interesting. Like, it's really been interesting. I'm not really like I said on the last show, I'm not a person who goes on dating apps. I'm not a person that, runs and goes on dates and stuff like that. But this has been really interesting. And what the other thing I noticed is that it puts on there your compatibility rate. So you get to see how compatible you are to this particular person. And so it was quite a few men that I was compatible with. Now, the only thing is, I don't really date outside of my race. I love black men. Like, I love black men. So, but I got a lot of, men of other races. And they didn't look too bad either. They were pretty good.
Said it was from where? Other places?
All right, John.
From other races, it was
other
races, because I always say that I love black men. I think black men are gorgeous. So I've never explored dating outside of my race. I've never explored that before, but it has been very, very interesting. People have called me on WhatsApp. They've sent me pictures. They have wanted to come and visit.
This is exclusive, y'all. I just want y'all to know this is exclusive news because I've been there the whole time listening to all of this, and this is the first time I'm hearing this. It sounds like
what?
It sounds like 90 Day Fiance out here. What's going on?
So
I've gotten pictures, invitations.
We both got stuff going on, so I've been so busy, and I just haven't had time to talk to you. But so they've been sending me pictures. A couple of people, though, I really had to block because they were sending me like pictures, right? And I was like, no, yeah, that's a little too much.
Good morning.
Pictures. Oh my God!
Some people were sending you pictures. Some people. So what do you mean by picture?
Let me get a picture of you.
So some of the guys were like, really, some of the guys were really like, can I see your? Put the kids to bed, everybody. Put the kids away because
all right, and let's precursor this before you say anything else. All right, everybody. Lady J's mom.
Good night.
Good night.
Sorry, and we want you to be fully rested in the morning. So.
Yeah. So.
All right.
So we said that. So make sure the kids and everybody are gone. So what happened was, quite a few of the guys, I guess I wasn't answering them quick enough, and so they sent me some.
They thought you needed some more
motivation.
They thought you needed some more motivation.
Yeah, so they sent me some.
You swallowing? You all right? You some water. Water. You were like, yeah. So what they did?
They sent me some nude pictures, Troy.
Nude.
Take a sip on that one. Take a sip on that.
You're about the same color as your top right now, LadyJ.
And I was just like,
you messing around with the KeeHee.
Yeah. I'm like, what is going on? And then
so you kind of got a little. Did you laugh and chuckle a little bit sometimes?
No.
I didn't really see at the nude pictures because that.
Oh my God.
Put the kids to bed.
The nude pictures were not for me. So,
right.
I was a little turned off by that, to be honest with you. And then when they were
women, and guys, you need to know that unauthorized, unsolicited nude pictures of I guess erect.
Yes.
Very erect.
I want to introduce you to somebody. They're gonna be a part of this the whole way. Listen, I'm gonna put them on the phone right now.
Really?
Oh.
And then one guy saying, he said something like, what did he say? Like, I hope you like this or something like that. Something he said.
Oh, wow.
I have a gift for you. Some it gets creepy after a while.
Did you meet
Tell me a secret?
Yeah, that's really creepy. But and then I had the guys who were asking me to send them some pictures, which I don't do. I don't do that. So guys, no pictures. Go, like I told the one guy, if you can't find them on my social media pages, then that's it. That's all you get.
Right.
But so that was the thing that I didn't like. Don't ask me for no pictures because I'm not that woman. I'm not gonna send you no pictures.
Right.
You gotta pay for these cookies, so you know.
You about to get a whole nother 55. Now you messed around.
You set yourself up for that one because it's about to turn up on you.
Yeah.
What's your cash app?
I thought I saw your cash app up here,
What's your
girl.
cash app again?
But not paid that way. But
you gotta speak clarity to these men now. See, there's a whole other breed out here, so you gotta be.
I want them to understand that LadyJ ain't giving up nothing, like zero, nothing. So it was interesting. It was fun.
Oh yeah. I definitely remember, your little stories you tell me about this guy and that guy.
Yeah.
And was that wasn't the one with the guy with the send me the birthday song, was that? He from T?
Oh, he was so nice. He wrote me a song.
Yeah.
And he was playing his guitar.
Is this a guy you had dated before? He just met you once.
You know who he is. He just sent me, he wrote a song. He sent me a song. And I let Gilbert hear the song.
Did it have your name in it or?
Yeah. Wait, did it?
No, it didn't have my name. He was singing, he wrote a happy birthday song for me. So, that was nice. But I'm just looking for a certain kind of guy, and you have a lot of guys coming at you. Like, I didn't know that it was that many guys left that was single, because this just seems like they're all gone, they're in prison.
Ladies, I want y'all to hear this. Y'all need to get in on these the money cookies, like Lady J call them. But where the money reside, where the money reside.
Ladies, don't give them anything for free. They will still come. Stand your ground. They will still come. That's how I feel. And if they don't come, then it's not for me. But right. I'm not the sleep around girl guy. So don't send me nothing that. It's not.
So no hot butt naked pictures for Lady J, and please don't be asking her. But how? So let me hear some of the good experience. Some of the guys that you were like, okay, all right, I see what you're talking about. Or it seems like they had a little conversation.
No, actually, the guys, for the most part, like you always have a few in there, but for the most part, the guys I felt were really respectful. They asked, "Can I call you?" Or "Can I have your number?" Or "Are you on WhatsApp?" And I'm not really like the phone person. I'd rather text you. Like I thank God for texting. I don't like to do a lot of talking on the phone. But I didn't really, I don't know. It was just like so many men that I didn't really
overwhelming.
Like
many men.
Yeah, I didn't get back.
So many men.
Yeah, it was a lot.
Almost overwhelming. You can't deal with it too much at one
55.
That's a lot.
That's a lot. Coming at you one time. That's like like an average weekend.
Yeah, that's the next. And so when you got that going on every single day, guys just DMing you and on WhatsApp, on social media, it's a lot. So my thing is always because I'm like upfront all the time. I don't want people to get attracted like the person. Whose house is that?
Hey, outside.
No, it's not here.
Hey, outside.
Brooklyn.
It's coming from me for a minute.
Y'all thought this was a joke. We really Baltimore, Brooklyn, and LA.
We out here.
Oh my goodness. I had to stop and look for a minute. But yeah,
everybody.
Yeah, but it was fun. It was fun. It was interesting. It's something I've never done before. And I would recommend if people are interested in dating or, finding somebody, I really liked it because of the questions. Oh. And the questions get you to the point of, do you really want to talk to this person or not? Like one of the questions I loved was, are you like, it was like something like, are you super ambitious or something, over the top ambitious, something like that. And so on mine, I'm over the top ambitious. I know that. And then there was some guys, you look at their profile and they're like, you know, somewhat ambitious or something like, nope, because you have to have some type of ambition. If I'm off the chart and you're somewhat, that's not going to work. So the questions are real
They're
good.
looking at you like, why you keep going so hard?
Yeah. And so, yeah, but it was good. It was a really good experience. It really was. It really was.
I can tell because you seemed so excited. She was like, I got to tell it.
You know what? Because I've been so busy like working. And working on what I'm doing and some other stuff I got going on that I don't really focus on having fun sometimes, you know. And somebody reminded me, like, you know, you've forgotten. People are texting me like, where is the show? Y'all talk for a minute. Let me start sharing the show. I'm gonna let y'all talk, okay?
Oh man.
I'm gonna share the show.
Make sure the show up. Is the show up?
It's up.
On tonight, right?
Huh?
That's what they asked. Yeah, on tonight, right?
Yeah. People are texting me like, is the show? It's on. I don't know. Let me share it. I normally share it a lot, so let me just take a few minutes and share it. But
like I noticed that she was enjoying it, Troy, because you know, like she said, she had a lot on her plate, but I could see the mood starting to change, you know, as she was getting things situated on her end, and she was paying a lot more attention to it because they started pouring in, and then you know, she ain't only dealing with KeeHee, she dealing with the streets of Baltimore also. They was coming at her too.
You know what, Troy?
The normal, that's what I say. The normal every day.
Yeah. I had no idea there was so many single men in Baltimore. Now that's the other thing.
That's the thing. It's single men everywhere. Y'all not looking.
That's a misconception, and we got. I want us to like delve into that because there's so many misconceptions. Like I wrote the book. I told you people to join, get a free book. I make sure everybody. I talk to the owner and let her know. Anybody who came in get the book. But the reason I wrote the book, Conversational Foreplay for Dating, is literally because of the things that people don't ask. It's not the things we say that usually get us jacked up, or it's the things we don't say. And a lot of people assume that, oh, I talked to the sister and we've known each other for 20 years, almost 20 years. Beautiful sister, has a business, this, that, and other. And she was like, yeah, back then I didn't think you were interested in me because it seemed like you had a lot of girls. I said, did you see me with girls?
Right.
She was like, no, you just seem like the type.
Yeah.
You have like I said, because I was hosting events and I was around, I said, did I ever hug anybody or look like I was even with anybody?
Right.
She was like, no. I was like,
so how you hold on to that for 20 years?
For 20, but here's the thing, and I think we got a weird way, and I noticed it with our people. I can't talk about everybody. Like we start saying stuff, I felt some kind of way. How the fuck you feel? How you feel? You know, I felt some kind of way, or you know, had me in my feelings. Which feelings were you in?
Right.
Where were you at?
And why you didn't?
Or the compliment in the same thing with compliments. You compliment a sister now. Oh, you know, yeah, but I ain't really. Just say thank you, baby. Just say thank you. You know, it's like same thing we got. So we're not having full out conversations no more. It's like we're assuming what the person is gonna say, and to make sure we save face. We're not even having full conversations with people anymore.
That's how you know it's getting bad. I'm gonna say, sorry to cut you, Trey. I know it's getting bad because the one thing that I had enjoyed about like going outside of New York, Brooklyn, is that when you say hi or wow, that's a nice dress to somebody, it's like, oh, thank you, and what's your name, and it's a whole conversation. Now, if you telling me on the streets of LA, streets of Baltimore, you say hi, and somebody's like, oh, well, listen, I'm not that interested, you know, and it's like, I just said hi. I just said good morning.
Right. Oh no, I can't. I'm seeing somebody. I was like,
the ring. Good morning. I didn't actually show me a ring. I didn't ask for an invitation.
Right. I was right. And it's weird because, well, I've noticed it's changed post the pandemic. Now,
Oh,
I noticed that people are a lot more. It's starting to seem a little Christmassy the way people talk to each other. You know, I can be going down the street like, "Hey, how are you?" Hey, we nod and say hello.
Okay.
And maybe this is what it took for people to get back to that space that is not just a holiday time where you nod and say hello, you say something.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
Sisters will talk for you know, the whole Derek Jackson incident that just came up.
Oh,
boy.
We probably gonna have to tap on that before this.
We talk about that because listen, let me tell you something about Derek Jackson. I never really liked him. I never liked him. And a lot of females like Derek Jackson. They love what he's like, the guru of this, that. I always saw through him. And I always saw that Derek Jackson loves Derek Jackson. He loved making the money, and he loved.
That is the definition of a narcissist for those that don't know.
Yes. And he loved preying upon women who, even as he was talking, it was always, you know, the man is not doing this, the man is not doing that. The thing that really turned me off with him one day is that he did his video, and then probably like a day or two later, he had a picture of himself in some boxers, and he had a t-shirt on, and he was like sitting back in the chair like this with his legs open, right? And so I'm looking at him because my thing is this: you're talking about all these men, the men are this and the men are that, but you want us to see your thing between your legs. You want us to see how big that is. And you're supposed to be in a relationship. And I was totally turned off with that because I could see then that he loves himself. You know, he has a nice body, but at the same time, it was just the stuff that was coming out of his mouth. I never believed him. So when this thing happened,
I hear he's 5'6". So you know, it may seem small, you know, bigger than.
Oh, that's why he's always in the car, because he's so short.
I guess so.
Listen,
it would make sense. Somebody said he's like 5'6". I was like, oh, okay.
He can't be 5'6".
So he's sitting on the pillow. So if he get off that pillow in the car, no,
it's over.
Yeah, he's a lot taller, but you see, somebody like him, like he has a wife who looks really humble and homely, but he like the girl from the block. You know, he liked them girls from the block. And so when I saw what happened to him, like I wasn't really surprised. What I felt bad for is his wife, because once again, I felt like he had pulled his wife into all of his drama, and she felt like she needed to sit there beside him. And I wish that I could talk to her.
Yo, babe, get up, babe. We gotta go do this interview right now. We about to lose everything. If you don't sit here and let me just talk, we gonna lose everything. Sit right here.
Right. Yeah. And I'm not for that. Okay, here's a message for Troy. Troy, I'm not on KeeHee. I'm right here. Hello. I'm waiting.
Oh Lord. That's Van Green. Sit on the face green. That's who she is. I remember Van. That's booty like a Van Green right there.
Oh my goodness. Oh man. Oh my goodness. Okay, Troy. So that was you.
But going back to that dude, LadyJ, like the only what I didn't like is he turned on the men, right? Like he violent. He's violent. And what you know, what's in the dark eventually comes to light.
Yeah.
Like, you cannot break the God code just, you know, to put yourself up there and then be trying the God code tactics on the low. It don't work like that.
Right.
Let me say this about God code, because some women may think, oh, God code is when guys cheat. God's code is not. God code is don't throw a guy under the bus. That's God code.
That's
flat out.
Exactly. It's not about
you don't just throw a guy under the bus for your own benefit. That's God code. You don't do that. That's why people like Fred Hammond and people was coming out like, hey man, we ain't too cool with you because you messed up the code. You know, when gospel artists come out and say, hey man, you brought this on yourself. You know.
Yeah.
But here's ladies, I want you to listen to something. And this is ladies to listen to him, Kevin Samuel. If you're listening to me, I don't care who it is you're listening to. But anybody you're listening to for motivation, if they don't have testimony of something in that line, meaning that if Derek's sitting in the car saying all this about men and he's somewhere in the midst said, ladies, I know because I'm that guy. I used to do that. I have to stop from doing it. Yes. If Kevin Samuel comes on and says, "Look, I'm a I am a high earning man, and the type of women I like are dot dot dot." But even with Kevin Samuel, he comes on and says, "I'm a stylist for high figure men. I talk to them. I know what they want.
Right.
This is what they want."
Right.
Anybody that doesn't talk about that, you don't hear about, like Kevin never talks about himself, Derek never talks about himself, ever. Right. They're talking about the people, but they never talk about themselves. And that's something where you got to see if the person is there to help you or the person is there to feed off of you.
And how does he know so much? That's my thing. How do you know so much about Derek Jackson? How do you know so much about every thing about men?
One of the videos, the girl said he's outside, and she was like, "Why is he still sitting in the car?" He was outside her house. She's like, "Why is he in the car? Oh, he doing a video?
Wow.
Who is he talking to?"
Exactly. So, ladies, like I don't listen to whoever you want to listen to. But my thing is, when you know yourself, you know your worth, and you know who you are. I don't need Derek Jackson to tell me anything at all. Like Derek Jackson can't tell me a thing because I know who I am, and I could care less what his opinion of men.
George Butler said, "You look beautiful, Lady J. Beautiful."
Thank you. This KeeHee dating. You got to look beautiful tonight. You might find somebody tonight.
She said she's going right back on tonight. I got like 65 men waiting for me, ladies. I'm sorry, I got to go. Ladies, y'all better go. KeeHee.com.
Oh, goodness.
KeeHee.com. Like a laugh. KeeHee. KeeHee.com.
Lady J, this guy, he's only been married, 4 years, right? 4
years?
Yeah. Yeah, he's only been married 4 years.
But he's been with her for a long time, though.
No, he was with one of the mistresses longer.
Yeah.
Longer than his wife? Really?
No, he was with his mistress for like 10 years or something.
Oh, the mistress.
Or he known for 10 years.
Okay, that's where I got to step back. He was with
I don't think him and his wife were together that long.
For like 4 years. Let's just give him another year, just in case you want to say that I don't know how long. I know the marriage was 4 years.
Wow, wow.
Right.
Even with 4 years, they still didn't reach a level in marriage that says that I know what I'm talking about when it comes to marriage.
Right.
Relationships, marriage, and me and a friend of mine was having this conversation the other day, and he's been married 16 years. And he was like, "What can Derek Jackson teach me?" I've been with my woman 3 years shorter than that, so 13 years. I agreed with the same thing. Ain't nothing this man could tell me. That's why from the start, I was like, he's violent. You don't do it like that. You want to teach your brother how to make your relationship last. You don't break down another brother and say, "Look, this is, if it's me, and you got to, man, be quiet. Everybody, woman's different. Everybody's different. How you handle your situation is different, but it's still levels in this relationship."
Right.
But this is the thing. This is the thing. There's a lot of lonely women out here. A lot of lonely women out here. So when you can have someone like Derek Jackson talking to you, and then you can DM him, and he'll answer you right back, and that kind of thing.
Victim. Got him.
Hello.
Got him, man. You asking me? Oh yeah. What is he doing? Oh, he never should do that. That let me tell you something about men. Okay, so let's look at the part that you play in this, man. All right, what are you doing? Okay, what is he doing? What do you want? So if you want that, why are you dealing with that?
Exactly. We have a caller.
Control over yourself.
Oh, you have a caller online?
We have a caller.
Go ahead.
I'm kind of scared to take it, but okay. Hold on one second. Hold on one second. From West Africa.
Oh,
no.
West Africa. I was like, what kind of phone you got?
All right, so Carla, you have to turn it off in the background so you can hear so we can hear you. All right, I'm putting you on right now. You ready?
Yep.
Okay, go right ahead.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm good.
I just thought that was such a powerful story from the sister. It really speaks to the resilience of not just Black women for International Women's Month, but just for Black people in general. All that she went through. I'm just so glad to share that. I'm actually sitting there with my 7-year-old daughter, and she was so intrigued, just asking, "Did she die when all the blood came out?" And I was like, "Nah, they didn't kill her." But that's the spirit of Black folks. We put through hell, but as long as we can make it through, we paved the way for so many others. And I just appreciate you sharing that story.
So let me ask you this, because I'm a little bit confused. What show were you watching? You said you're watching BMore Brooklyn?
I'm watching BMore Brooklyn. Yeah, BMore Brooklyn Live. You got
Hey, Gilbert.
Yeah.
some other lady, BMore.
I'm LadyJ. Yeah, I'm LadyJ. Yes. So,
Okay.
With his 7-year-old daughter.
the story, or was it somebody else?
No, it was an older woman telling the story.
It was an older one. That might be another. Oh, you know what he's talking about, Gilbert? He's talking about the lady that was in Birmingham. I forgot her name.
Oh, okay, right. Okay, yes.
I'm thinking of looking at this live.
Where you at? Are you on social media?
I'm on social media.
Is this Eric? Eric, is that you?
Nah,
You-
Eric,
I'm a whole week behind, ain't I?
You listen, brother. You a whole.
Hey, brother, what kind of edibles
Yeah.
or TV is that?
yo, listen.
Is
Listen,
he catching?
listen. Can I send you the link so you can watch your friends?
of XL Media.
Yeah, I'll send you the link. What's your name?
Gilbert knows who I am.
Oh, he said Gilbert.
Yeah, I just said that's the CEO of XL Media. That's Kende Gaynor. Yeah.
Nice meeting you. Nice meeting you.
Yeah. I recognize the boy. That's my guy. He just showing support.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, I'm gonna get it. Later, he got it. I'll be like, bro, where? Bro,
That means he was thinking about it last week. He said, "No, what? Next week I'm gonna call them and tell them
you
what
know what? I got it. I remember.
He said, "Next week I'm gonna call them and tell them about that."
Man, this was like, I really enjoyed that story.
Oh,
Which story did I tell? I'm trying to figure out which story did I tell. Oh my goodness. Okay.
That's my shout out to Kende Gaynor. That's the owner, CEO of XL Media. You can find him on Instagram, XL.
All right. So anyway, y'all, we're gonna get back to the dating app.
Sorry, LadyJ. I had to do that.
So we're gonna get back to this dating app, but we were talking about Derek Jackson, and what I was saying about Derek Jackson is that women get excited if you're lonely and you really need somebody to stroke your ego, to make you feel good. Derek Jackson is a good person because he's on the social media platform,
Right.
and he's willing to spend a few minutes to talk to you, And so for some women, that's really exciting. That's why I'm always pushing women to know who you are, love who you are. So you don't get sidetracked by a Derek Jackson. Listen, Derek Jackson.
And let me say this. This is very important. And I said this several times to different women. And some guys, I've heard some guys say it. I have best friends, male and female.
Right.
But when I hear a woman talk about the fact that, well, I don't have any female friends because, females can be catty.
Yeah.
Females are this, that, and other. And I'm like, well, sis, especially if you're an older woman, I said, here's the thing. There's certain things you can only get from a female as a female.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's some conversations you shouldn't be having with that. Kevin Samuels did say this one day. He was talking to this woman and he was like, Kevin is not there for your emotions. Let's just say that. And he lets people know right off the back. So this lady is talking about her mental health issues and stuff like that. And he's like, you really need to seek some therapy. And he's going into that thing. But the thing that's so crazy is that to hear a woman go to a man for things that women used to talk to older women about,
Yeah.
or other women about. And yeah, I understand you're trying to find out about a man, but if the conversation doesn't feel loving, if it feels a little too biting, it's one thing if you're going back and forth, because a man is going to eventually be a man. If you argue with a man, ladies, well, for one, if you're going back and forth with a guy toe to toe, if he can go toe to toe with you, be careful, because that's not a man's trait. Most men can't argue that long. Most men are not good at arguing back and forth with a woman. If you're talking to a guy, and I was talking to a friend of mine, she was like, "This guy keep going back and forth with me, Troy." I said, "Be careful, because that's not a man trait."
Right.
Wow.
And and you get off the phone, he's still texting. Homeboy got, I got some more stuff to say.
I dealt with that before, and you're right. It gave me some female tendency vibes, because I was just like, why is he still texting? I'm talking about pages. Like he could have actually written a book, and you're still texting, and I'm not even responding, and you still talking about it. Like that just, I don't like
get
that.
all this off my chest.
You know, it's crazy. This is a topic that could go into a whole nother subject that I got a problem with, and it's the bias against men, you know, when it comes to certain behaviors. So like you just said, you know, Troy labeled it as female tendencies, right? So maybe he
say.
No, I'm just saying, but this is how we look at it, right?
Right. You're right.
That's just like saying when a woman get aggressive on a man, she being man like, or you know, and it's not supposed to be like that.
Masculine tendencies.
You know what I'm saying? So you got the masculine tendencies. But then if you try to argue like, yo, you shouldn't be like that, I could do whatever I want. I'm an independent woman. So it goes, so he could be like, I could do whatever I want. I'm gonna sit here, we're gonna go back and forth. Whatever.
Why does his voice sound like that?
Right, what guy would do that? Like
why does his voice sound like that though? Where'd you get the voice from? Hey, we all have yin and yang. We all have male and female interchange, and it's a fluid. It's supposed to be fluid, but I do have to stress this. And if the person's not bisexual or homosexual, or what is it, paleo, or I forgot the other one where they whatever they feel like doing.
No.
Paleosexual. What is it where they do whatever they want?
All I know is about it's sex. I just
to me,
it's whoever I want to be with.
Do whatever you want to do.
Right.
It's one of them that's like paleo or something crazy. But I say that because most women who are heterosexual want to be with a man. Most men who are heterosexual want to be with a woman. If there are certain characteristics of a man and a woman, how we do certain things, and it's a scientific base of how we think. Most men aren't the greatest at multitasking at the highest level. Fluid is fluid. Is that the word, Joyce? Fluid is. I don't know. There's a harder term than fluid. Fluid. I know what fluid means, but I don't know if it's the one I'm looking for. But long story short, I think if we start respecting men as men and women as women, just as the men and women they are and how they think, like a man is not a woman with a dick. A woman thinks totally different from a man. But we think about the same things, but we process and communicate them different.
Yeah.
So if we respect that part of each other, then we're not, I think it helps, because we look at them like, why can't she? I've been there. Why can't she understand? Wait. First off, because she doesn't understand. So back out of that and look at and listen to what she's saying. Or look at, if each time you go there, it's a pain body, it's a trigger, or she's not understanding something. This is a great technique. Hey, baby, what did you hear me say?
Right.
9 times out of 10, when that person comes back to you, it's not what you meant.
It ain't even what you said.
It ain't what you said sometimes, right? It's like the dog going and the pick a pack of peppers. And by the time we get up there, he was like, my mom's calling me.
A lot of letters.
Right.
But you know, like, that's the thing. And that's the thing. Like when I was filling out the thing on the app, communication is very important to me. You know, if we cannot communicate, if we can't have an intelligent conversation like that, that's a problem for me. I need to know that we can be silly, you know, we can go out here and have fun, and then we can sit down and we can have an intelligent conversation. Yes. To me, that's like an orgasm. You know, it's just like I love having Gilbert. Did you?
You were like a good conversation do it for you? LadyJ, one of those ladies you blow in her hair.
No, you start reading out the encyclopedia.
Right.
This is the lady
oh my goodness.
down in the desert of Santa Monica.
Y'all taking that way the other way. What I meant was.
I know what you're saying, lady. I know what you're saying.
So, it's really important because.
So what I'm gonna do is read all these words.
All these.
What old folks call relations, we call releasing frustration.
Oh my goodness! Oh man, listen.
Exactly. Word.
My thing is, if your thing, because a lot of men, you know, I'm not going to put all men in the category. I'm going to say some men, you know, they want to jump right to the bedroom. You know, they want to get to the bedroom. And I'm like, no, we're not going to the bedroom. Because I need to know. Yeah, right? I need to know what's going on in your brain, because we all can go to the bedroom. But the thing is, if you can't sit down and have an intelligent conversation with me, that's a whole nother problem. I
watch my language. I gotta watch my language, right? But I said a long time ago, I ain't effing stupid. You know, I was tired of effing somebody, and the next day you're like, hey, what you gonna do? I don't know, what's up? So I was like, it's all right. Right. You hungry?
Yeah.
You got to.
They don't understand big words, you know. So, you know, it's just a whole problem for me. And I need to have somebody that where we can, and the other big thing too is that I have a business. So I need that person to understand that when you have a business, every day can't just be me sitting there looking in your face, you know, or there's going to be times where something comes to me in the middle of the night. I might jump up and I'm working on something, and I need that person to understand that I'm going to be here for you. But at the same time, I have a business. I'm not going to put the business before you, but you have to respect the fact that I have a business, and my business requires time. That's my job. And I think, you know, and I have met some guys, you know, they don't really respect that. They don't respect the fact that you have a business. My son is writing something. What is he putting on here?
But you know what about the opposite end of that? What about the intellectualizer who he like you guys are having a conversation, but he want to tell you you're wrong about everything and explain to you why you're wrong about everything?
I would just get up and leave the table. I would walk away.
LadyJ is the golden child of getting up from tables. Like, I could imagine that I bet you don't even pull fully into the table. I bet when you sit down, you're like, oh, no, that's enough. That's enough.
Right.
I'm always a chair away from the table.
You always a lean back. You always a lean back and step up.
Yes. Like, I'll be right back, you know, because I don't waste my time. I don't want to waste your time, you know. So if it's not
ladies, I love that. But I'll be honest with you, I love that.
Yeah.
Don't stick around. I know too many people who stick around for the nonsense of it all. The thing I love about KeeHee is the fact that you get into the nitty gritty. You can have the conversation. You know what's so awesome, as crazy as it may seem, about 2020 in the past year? You had to sit your ass down for a bit.
Yes.
We had to slow down. And I'm talking to women too. I'm not just talking to the guys that run the street, because some women be like, what am I going to do today? Who am I going to do today? It's like, and it slows us down, and we have to have different conversations, and we have to sit with ourselves and see what we like.
Yeah. So if anybody wants to call in, male or female, y'all want to call in, it's 4753. If you're listening on the radio or you're watching us on social media, feel free to call in and ask questions. We're here. And so, Troy, when it comes to like with KeeHee, can you explain to us, because that's the part I didn't get to, the part where you pay the subscription, the monthly subscription. And so what all do you get with that? Because I felt like I got a lot with the free part of it.
Yeah, because guys are just giving when they like a woman. We'll give it all when we're into a woman. All you gotta do is, ladies, if you're just womanly and feminine and the guys are into you, you forget. Guys, we trip over ourselves. We don't have the guys that got too much rap. We don't got that much rap when a woman, we stop conversation. We're like, yeah, man, they shot my moms and
right.
You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, my mom's got shot, man. Because a woman walked by in a sundress. Right. We were like talking like, yeah, I know what you're saying, Pastor. Mm-hmm. I'm trying to do good.
Yeah.
That's how we are. So the reason it seems like you're getting so much, because guys will give out attention, this, that, and other. Women will sometimes sit there and be like, oh, do you have a full membership? Mm-hmm. Women will ask you, do you have a full membership?
Right.
Oh, okay, because I'd like to show you my Pandora box. Pandora box is the main thing, because it not only gets into the deeper conversations when you have the full membership, but you get to open up the whole box. Like some people do have pictures in the box that are a little bit more. LadyJ, y'all didn't get to see LadyJ bathing suit outfit. No, not that they in there.
What do you make some bathing? I do like post pictures of me in bathing suit, but I really don't like the whole. My father doesn't like that because he's
having a lot tonight. 50.
Doing too much. My father. So
we don't keep anybody's password.
Yeah. And so I think this is the thing that I think attracts men to me, Troy and Gilbert, is that I'm upfront, I'm honest about, how I feel. Like I said, if I need to leave the table, I'm going to leave, and I'm going to let you know I don't want to waste your time. It's not working. It's not working for me. But thank you, though. It was nice. And then the other thing is, like, I'm real clear. Like, I'm not going to be out here having sex with a whole bunch of people. I've been married before. I've had sex. I love sex. It's great. It's wonderful. But I'm not that female that's going to be out here sleeping with everybody, because the next person that I'm with.
Sorry. We listened. Because you gave us our look. Here's for y'all that don't know this, just tuning in. The last show. We're gonna upload both shows to KeeHee, YouTube, everywhere. The last show, Lady J's list of do's and don'ts was like, let me start. 1, you ain't gonna be calling me. Oh! She was going down the list. She came on. She emailed, texted me. Oh, I got some stuff to talk about. When are you ready? I was like, okay. I did not know she was gonna say 55 minutes. So, but now she's like, okay, I'm letting y'all know. Each time she's on here now, it's like an interview. So she's like, I'm letting y'all know, man. I don't like this. And I like my steaks medium.
I'm real clear. And I'm also clear that I can sit at the table and eat by myself. I don't really have to have, somebody stroking my ego and all of that. That came from my dad. Right. Because my dad was really good at, it's 4 girls, telling all 4 of us, if you never meet anybody or you never get into that relationship, love who you are. So you love yourself enough to be independent, self-sufficient. I remember all these words. And that's who I am, at post-marriage. But the thing is, I'm real clear also that I'm just not that kind of person that's going to be out here having sex with this one, that one, and the other. I'm still, even though I've had sex, I still feel like I'm going to wait for that person. I'm going to get you, Gilbert.
Now I love how she's choosing her words, ladies and gentlemen. She's choosing her words because she does not want to sound like the Virgin Mary.
Right.
but she don't want to sound like the whore Mary Magdalene either. She's trying to play that.
But listen,
She's like, look,
I don't even
I'm
care.
not opposed to sex, but I'm not jumping on every Tom and Dick.
Everybody can do what they want to do. But Lady J does not go around having sex. I'm saving myself for that next person in my life. That's what I choose to do.
You know what she did too, Troy? She unlocked the single type of man that I used to be. The one who loves that challenge, because he heard all of that list. He heard that list, and he was like, "Oh, I got that. Oh, yep, I'm gonna do that. Oh, she don't like that. We're gonna see about that. Yeah, I'm gonna touch that border." And somebody been chipping away at that list. And Lady J, I'm telling you, she been on fire. That's why the background is lit up like that, because she been on fire since the last time.
The bricks are glowing. She looked like she looked like MTV from back in the 80s.
That's the energy. She did
before she was like, "Hey guys, it's Lady J." Now she's like, "Look, we got."
Well, listen. Well, let me. Okay, so let me tell y'all this too. This is what was going on the night that we did the show, because I went back and I watched the show. I was telling Gilbert I went back to watch the show because what a lot of people didn't know is that I was so exhausted that night. I had been in my parents' house for about 2 weeks, and for those who don't know, my mom is really sick. And I had been there for about 2 weeks. I was exhausted doing that show. So even when I was watching the show, I was like, "You look beat up. You look like you was just tired." And, but I was exhausted.
You were there. You were with us, but I remember you saying you were really stressed.
Now, this right here, this is Lady J. I was just super tired that night. But I went back.
She's going to have 175 new men. Y'all women better get on the site before she...
What's that?
She's going to change.
A straight sweet clean.
Now, I like what Gil said though. I like the fact that Gil said, and this is something. The bad part about the whole scenario with Derek Jackson, and be honest, I hope him and his wife work it out.
Yeah.
But the thing that's so sad about it is that some women really hurt. Like some people called me, and I did a video on my Butt Naked Honest YouTube page, and I probably put it on KeeHee too, on why we cheat.
Right.
And a lot of people have asked that question for years, but I had to give the answer. And I give the answer right here. We cheat because we put ourselves in a position to cheat. The misconception is that we're strong enough to handle any and everything. I don't care how faithful you say you are. If you're in the right place see what I'm saying? See? If you're in the right place with the right person at the right time, look, we used to make you be a married man with 2 kids and a good woman. We used to make all the songs.
We only just got one night. What's that song? They only got one night.
Right.
Man, I got a woman. We got one night. What? Man.
Right. As We Lay, Shirley Murdoch.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Thank you. Yeah.
As we every day at the same cafe. The only reason we cheat, because it's a couple of things. You got to decide what cheating is in your relationship.
Right.
Because I want to put this out there. Because some people, men cheat, women cheat. I've been cheating on by woman. I've been cheating on men. You got to decide what cheating is.
Right.
If cheating is the phone call and the text, then it's going to be hard to keep away if the person's not on point and y'all do what y'all do. If cheating isn't all that, and cheating is the actual act of having sex, then all of that stuff that builds up before that, and the people get an opportunity to meet and go, and people cheat when they're there. I know people have said the conversation like they're about to commit suicide. Like, I don't really want to do this. Man, God help me get out of here. Right. And she's like, and she's putting a condom next to your face. She's like, I don't really want to be here. You're not that strong. So people cheat because you put yourself in a position to cheat. That is the reason overall. I'm not talking about somebody. Everybody's gonna be tempted. Everybody got all that stuff. I'm sorry.
We have a caller. Go ahead, caller.
Hey, how you doing? This is KeeHee Gainer.
Hey, KeeHee back.
I think I've been watching your updated program, so I'm not on last week's program anymore.
Well, congratulations.
But but yeah, I was just kind of, I didn't know y'all was talking about Derek Jackson.
Yeah.
It's funny because me and Gilbert was just having this conversation last week about this dude. And, you know, and I told him the same thing that, you know, I think a lot of women were hurt by this dude because he really had like
Really hurt.
6 million followers.
Yeah. Women wearing his
Think
t-shirts.
about the question, like, do you ever pay attention to who's giving you information? Like, how did you qualify this person to listen to just because what he was saying sounded good? Like, are you doing your research on who's actually giving you the information? Like, you talk about a person that has been in a relationship or a marriage for 4 years and giving you scholarly relationship advice. He's not the right person to give you advice. And I think, you know, so I think people that are following also have to take the blame as well, because no one's perfect. So I think they're listening to ideal language and just kind of running around with their nose open. I think they was really looking at his Instagram pictures and just kind of just lusting after the dude. And because he's saying all the right things, that they was kind of like stamping him with an approval, like, oh yeah, what he's saying is bomb. And really, you know, he's just saying he's kind of like a one of those pimp pastors. That's basically
hey, here's the funny thing with the brother saying. I just saw him in a clip. One of the comedians had him in a clip with one of the pastors that they were doing all this stuff to people, and Derek was catching people. But Derek's also a poet first. He's a poet. Yeah. He's a wordsmith by profession.
Yes.
Right. And that's the thing about it. Yeah, because I do poetry. So I totally get what you're saying about that. If you know exactly what to say, how to say it, and when to say it. You know, and I think, you know, when you're able to do that, when you're a master at that in terms of being a lyricist, knowing how to speak, then yeah, you can finesse anybody. And I think that's what he was doing, was he was just finessing women. That, you know, kind of like when the preacher's looking at women in their eyes and almost like they're talking directly to them. Yeah, he got a bunch of followers, but I don't think, you know, he was never qualified to give that information, ever.
No.
And I think, you know, women have to, and not just women, just people in general, have to look at who's giving them the information. Are you qualified to give the information that you're giving? And if you're not, then the people that are receiving that information should at least do the due diligence of researching and knowing for themselves. Well, how long have you been married? 4 years. Well, how are you giving me advice on a marriage and you still in the honeymoon phase? You know, so I think that's the responsibility should fall on not just, you know, Derek, because he's just taking advantage, and, you know, yeah, he's gonna try to ride that train as long as it can keep getting somewhere. Yeah, anybody would do that. But yeah, he was never qualified to do that.
Thank you, Carl.
Right.
Thank you.
Yeah. So if anybody has if anybody wants to call in, I'm sorry, 443-297-4753. Feel free to call in. I see some comments coming on. Sorry, Gilbert. I see some comments coming on, but for some reason, whatever you're writing is not coming through. So sorry about that.
But I do want to piggyback on something that Trey was talking about as far as like why people cheat. You know, we dealing with the men or whatever. And I had this conversation with my wife also because it was because of Derek Jackson. And I was saying, like, the man acts like he's not a man. And men every day are fighting against nature. Like, not that to say that men will go out there and blatantly cheat, but men are naturally inclined to do exactly what Troy just said. Talking about, hey, yeah, man, you seen the game?
Right.
That's nature. That's nature. So you do it unconsciously. You understand? Just like women. Women do the same thing. They're gonna act like they don't, but they do the same thing. He's fighting against nature.
I've been sitting with women. Women, you may not be able to tell when they're doing with you, but I've been sitting with women before. Somebody come in and they start making women. Guys were like, yo. You know, we do the yo. Women women start moaning. They girl. They start. That sounded like Fraggle Rock or something. I don't know. Muppets.
That's a fact.
Okay.
And just like like Troy Kid, they said, when you're a master poet or you know how to use those words, women fall in love with the ears, men fall in love with the eyes. So that's just it's nature. That's how it goes.
I think, but again, I still say like you have a daughter, Troy,
Right?
And Gilbert, you have a daughter as well. And I just always tell men that it's so important to be the first man in their life, because when you're the first man in their life, and you tell them that you love them, you tell them that they're beautiful, and you are always, giving them all of those affirmations. When they get older, going off to college and wherever, they don't need that. Like for me, and I know I can say for my three sisters, we don't need that because we got that every single day in the house. And even now, when we go back, or if my dad is talking to somebody, he'll talk about, I got 4 beautiful daughters. That just flows out of his mouth. And so for women, it's really, not women, for girls, it's really important that their dads are the ones that deposit all of that into their ego, their everything, that you are beautiful, you are bright, you're wonderful. Because when they come up against these men like a Derek Jackson, you can see right through them. What because me looking at Derek Jackson, I always just turned him off, because I could never connect with the fact that you're sitting up here and all you do is talk about men. Like, to me, it's like that's like a female tendency for me. That it's like.
Well, also it's a starch player move. Like if me and Gil sitting there and we talking and we build and stuff like that, somebody come over and he start ragging on a dude, or one of us walk away and start ragging on us, we're looking at him like it just feels weird. It's like
anytime a female comes, like those are dudes that I really I can't socialize with you because I already know what you're gonna do. Every time the opposite sex comes around, you're gonna start with the funny little side notes and all, and it's like, well, we wasn't even we was just talking about the Knicks. We like
right.
Yeah.
We was in a whole nother piece.
How do you as men even want to be around him when he's constantly talking about y'all?
You definitely don't keep him around you when you going with your boys. When you're going with your boys out to a party or something like that, that's not the dudes you do not.
Yeah.
Like, look, I'm older now, and if we going out with some friends, it'd be a female friend of mine, like one of my best friends, and she was like, it was her birthday event, and she was like, oh, we can go in there. Well, I'm gonna bring so and so. I was like, no, you're not. She's like, why? I said, I don't want anybody around me that's gonna mess up our night. Like that person is gonna come and pick with you, start talking about this. And this was a woman we talking about, but it's guys like that too. I literally just had a conversation with a sister. And ladies, we're not talking about all of us are, I guess all of us are 40 and over. Ahmad said, Harvin said, right? You know what I'm saying? You don't want people around you that kind of energy. I think that's what I like. And I lean back into KeeHee. I talk about my book. I think that's the whole butt naked, honest nature I like. Let's get the stuff out front. Let's not waste time. Anything you want to add. My thing is different. You go on a date with somebody, you should be able to ask anything you want. You ain't got nothing to lose. It's months down the road when y'all kicking it and you laid up with each other and stuff like that. And then stuff start coming out. And then you like making those hard life decisions like, maybe it ain't too bad he was locked up that long. Well, I always wanted to be with another woman. I guess since she bisexual now, I guess. You're making life decisions because you didn't ask up front certain key things. Y'all was sexting and everything was lovely. And and for the ladies, that's why you have to watch out when all the guys want, let me take you out. Let's go somewhere. Let's do this. And let's talk a little bit more. We go get some coffee and walk. Let's walk and talk a little bit more.
Like they run for a couple of reasons. I noticed, like with me, they run for a couple of, this is my godson. He said, I agree. But guys, for me, they run for a couple of reasons. One is if, I'm saying slow it down a little bit because I don't want to go to the kissing. I don't want to go to the bedroom and all of that. How about we just have it? Let me find out who you are and you find out who I am. Just a little bit, just a little conversation. Some guys will run from that because that's not what they want to do at that moment. And then you have the other guys, like I say, if I'm telling you, you ain't getting none, then they want to run, and that's cool. But I think that as women, we have to be okay with that. We have to be okay with the guy saying, running and saying, okay, well, that's not going to work for me. Or he may not call back, or he may not text you. I'm not going to text you back because, because I made a statement and this is what I'm sticking to. So if you choose not to text me or call me back, I'm good with that. I'm fine.
And let me flip it. Okay. Because there are men out here too who want something deeper. And you'd be surprised. Women are like, hey, well, we can get together, we can do this, and you're like, okay. And you can tell the whole gist of it's going down a path that you were like, okay, this is gonna be quick and easy, but I'm trying to get to know who she is. I remember one sister, and she's a cool sister, but she would never talk about her kids. Now, I'm not talking about wanting to meet the kids, but as an adult with a child, it's a red flag to me. If a woman never talks about her kids, it may seem like, and I was joking with another friend of mine, she was like, yeah, Troy, this guy was saying all these things, he was talking all this stuff, and he was like, every time he called me, he's like, oh, why didn't you call me today? That's a pet peeve of mine too. If you call me and you don't say hello, how are you doing? If you say, oh, I had to call you, you ain't called me today. Like, Negro, we got 2 different phones.
Yes.
Call me. Yeah. But he said this guy said something.
Get down.
And she was like, oh, that was a red flag because he's always seems like he want to antagonize and stuff like this, and he want to do this and he want to do that. I said, no. The red flag was he told you he lived with another woman. he lived with somebody. That is like, oh, but they not. No. You got to have your prerequisites. If you don't want to deal with anybody that's dealing with somebody, then don't put yourself in that position when you find out they deal with somebody. Okay, that's cool. Hey, after everything is said and done, and you got the paper signed, maybe we reconnect. Who knows? Right. But isn't it better to do that at the beginning than later on you be complaining about it? And like, oh, he said in June he gonna leave or she gonna leave. Right. It's just be real with yourself.
Yeah. I think we're in a time where people just want to be loved. People, especially with the pandemic going on, they want to be held. They want to be touched. Y'all just grab your pillow. I just grab my pillow every night and I just hold on to it.
Stop telling these people that.
You got a woman right here now, like, oh, your pillow got extra appendages on it.
I'm like, you better stop telling these people that stuff. You get us in trouble.
Because you get yourself put up in some stuff
on the pillow like it's Tony Baker. Booty pop, pump, with the pillow, the booty pop. With Tony Baker on the pillow.
Yeah, you get yourself caught up in some stuff that y'all really, really don't want to be in. It's safer to just go ahead and just grab your pillow at night.
Entanglement with a pillow? They say they have an entanglement with a pillow? You gotta be lost. I'm confused now. What's going on?
Oh, I guess she got a body size pillow that she just wrap her legs around, wrap her arms around, and be like,
you taking pictures with the pillow. What you doing? I don't know. I'm lost. What's going on?
Look, I'm just saying it's safer to just go ahead and lay down with your, just lay on your pillow and go to sleep. Don't get caught up in a lot of stuff.
But we've been safe for a year. Yeah. Go to KeeHeeDating.com and get it on. That's the new commercial. You've been safe for a year. Go to KeeHee.
Go to KeeHee.
Go to KeeHee.com.
Get it on.
Get it on.
Pictures. Send somebody a picture on KeeHee.com.
A picture.
No picture.
She pouted.
No
picture. What did he say? Note to self.
No, don't touch her pillow.
Don't touch your pillow. I'm gonna get you, Marty. Okay, listen, y'all. Listen. All I do is go to sleep.
That's funny.
All I do is go to sleep on it.
Did you just wash these pillows?
So y'all laughing at me now. One day,
Was your hand wet?
One day it's going to be a really nice person sitting beside me on one of these sides, and you know you're going to see that.
You going to introduce him to the world? You going to introduce him to the world?
He could be right there now. We still ain't seen him. Like I'm sitting.
He look like Jerry Jackson's wife, mad quiet, sitting right next to him.
He's sitting there like this.
Look.
Right.
Oh my goodness. No,
she was straight up giving her his hand like.
Somebody's gonna be a winner. The only one here now is my little puppy. That's the one y'all keep seeing me like saying, "Get down, move out of the way, get over there." It's my little puppy.
Oh, look at that one.
Hey, every time she say stuff like this, what's the guy you was just talking about that be telling people off? He be telling the women off. He don't even care about Samuel. Kevin Samuels, it just reminds me so much of him because he said, "Yeah, you're gonna die alone with a dog." Like, yo.
Oh, believe me, I'm not gonna die alone with a dog.
Not you, Lady J. This is what he be telling the ladies. He be telling the ladies, "Oh, and he make the sound effect."
Ladies, let me tell y'all. If these cats, if ladies in them, if you listening to somebody and they're not going first with love, if you don't feel compassion. You didn't get compassion for Derek Jackson. You don't get compassion from Kevin Samuel. Now, I'm not saying that that's not entertaining if you want to go over there. Right. I'm not knocking their hustle. I can't knock Derek's hustle. He already knocked his own, but I can't knock Kevin Samuel's either. But when you go over there, please stop going over there for therapy and consultation.
Yes, yes.
That's not that. We got Black Therapy Love, the app, the free app. You can go on there and talk to therapists and stuff like that. Don't go there. Where can I find this app? Sounds good. It was KeeHee Dating. I mean, KeeHee Dating. It's KeeHee.com. That's the website. KeeHee.com.
I'm not sure if I'm saying your name right. It actually works. People do reach out to you. I can send you some of the people that reached out to me too.
She gonna send you her. You gonna send her leftovers? She got her own. I want to try that. It's fun. It's fun. Go check it out on mod.com.
You want black? What you want? Idiot? I got a few of them. What you want? What you want?
They on there.
They're
across
on
the pond.
There. But you know what?
Hey, we got somebody taking a trip across the river now.
Oh, you got trading cards because that's what it sounds like. You got trading cards.
No, but this one person that had me compatible with, he said, this is what he said, right? He's compatible with me, but he was looking for a threesome.
Troy, what's with that?
So what did you say? That was with that long pause. So what was your answer?
My thing was,
we're gonna find out. Watch by the third episode. I'm gonna have a hoodie on, like I'm gonna have a black hoodie on. My hat on back is really chilling. Like they see me after the meeting. I'm like, so what happened with this dude Earl? Y'all, I didn't think.
No,
you didn't think.
I was just wondering, like, where did he see in my bio anywhere that I would be interested in a threesome?
Hey, no. I appreciate somebody that at least asked. Look, I'm letting everybody know out there, all you freaks, don't be scared. Just ask. What you got to lose? Ask. He was a freak. He said, "Hey, you pretty. I like we clicking on all cylinders, but you know what? After my last relationship, I said I was gonna have a threesome. You down? You want?
Yeah. That's an important
sprinkles on your threesome.
That's an important point because men and women, you got to understand this because you ask for it all the time. If a man is honest with you and says exactly what he wants and what's on his mind, it could be, insulting or disrespectful, but at the same time, it's still honest. Like, this is what I want.
You're right. And that's
it's
what
stunting.
I appreciate. Right. That's what I appreciate about the app because, like I said, those list of questions, I don't know who came up with the questions, but it reminded me of
the owner. She came up with it.
Yeah. It reminded me of
in the team.
When it's something that they do, like a survey or something, like you can't really lie because it'll trip you up as you go down because the question
it's like those hard. It's like if you get a job application dealing with money. It's exactly. You know what remind me of? I started working back when I was working with the movie theater. On a box office weekend, you could have several $100,000 or $1 million come through. That's when we were dealing with cash, folks. Movie theaters used to have millions of dollars coming through the box offices. You get hundreds of thousands of dollars coming in. So the test, I was like, man, I'm just trying to work the movie theater. But the manager told me, he's like, Troy, if you working in the box office and you and one other person in there, because they didn't have they had cameras, but it wasn't like that.
Right.
If you in the box office and it's a line going down, they try and get those numbers out, and you take a little off the top of everything, you have your own box office weekend. Right. The worst thing they can say is no. You're absolutely right.
But I mean,
anybody, I want to do something for your people because we didn't do it last time too.
Okay.
Any of your people that's on here, any of the people on here that's listening tonight or listening to the show, if they send you your email, give me this and send them a copy. Let's send them a copy of the ebook, Butt Naked Honest, Conversational Foreplay for Dating.
Right.
Okay. Go to LadyJ Media.
We'll send them a copy of
everybody and let me know, and you can get a copy of his book. It's actually a good book. I read it.
Yeah.
Good book.
It'll help. Did you like it?
I liked it. See, Troy, you got me going on the app reading.
That's how she got those 55.
She was on.
What'd you say? I got you what?
Listen, I've never done like the apps and all. You had me, but I did the app because a lot of times I feel like I don't want to do shows and not try something. You know, I don't want to tell other people to try it and I haven't tried it. So my thought in doing the app was I'm going to do this and, you know, it'll probably be dead because of my responses that I have on there. But it wasn't, you know, it wasn't. Like I said, the next
now
day,
tell me something. How did that make you feel though? How did it make you feel to all of a sudden go in there and you see these are real people, they really talking to you, and it was like for who you were. Now some of the conversations may went whatever, but at least they was there and they see what you was. This is what I'm about. You really want to come in this game, and a real man want to challenge anytime. If he looking at you like she cute, let me at least talk to her. We on a man. Let me, ladies, if y'all somewhere, let me tell you, outside of the man not knowing if we can get past that first thing, if you see a fine woman, you like, all right, let me say something to her. See, online, it gets rid of a lot of that ice. We used to have to walk up to you. We used to have to walk up and like, oh, no.
Yep.
You trying, hey, how you doing? You know, guys be trying lines and stuff. I'd be like, hello. I'd be trying to tell, we used to go to the malls and stuff. I used to tell dudes, yo, if she not looking at you, don't ask. She already seen you. If she not looking at you and you this close and she like, yeah, like I was saying.
Right.
Yeah, but
so how'd you feel about it? How'd you feel?
It actually made me feel good because a lot of times you feel like are there any respectable guys out there who respect your feelings and who respect what you're saying. And so my thing was, if I have all of these guys and they're still interested, and I'm telling you what I'm not going to do, what I like, what I don't like, and they're still coming and they're still willing to have the conversation, I thought that was great. And that's the thing that I really liked about the app, that you have to be honest and you get to make a decision. Do I want to talk to this person or no, I don't want to talk to this person? So it made me feel really, let's put it like this. It gave me a little bit more faith in men. Okay. that, you know, everybody's not just out there to get some. You know, it gave me a little bit more faith.
Hey, Gil, we get what we can get.
You know, because sometimes I can be a little hard on men. I know that, but it's because of the men that I come across. And see, the thing about it is that with men, I think me and Gilbert had this conversation. Like, you know, I think sometimes because people see me as being serious, so I'm doing this, I'm really a silly person. You know, I like to have fun. My son will tell you, like, I'm the most silliest person there is. I love having fun. But guys, when they see me, sometimes they don't know how to approach me, so they don't. Or they come at me in a dumb way, and I'm just like, you know what? You could have done that a little bit better, and it's a turnoff. But I feel like with me, I don't know if it's my facial expression or my demeanor or whatever it is, but I don't get the guys coming at me wanting to talk and they're always at a distance. But when I did the app and everything was written down, it was totally different, you know, because I think I was writing from my heart about how I really feel and what I will do and what I won't do. And so it made the conversation a little bit easier.
Yeah, one of the observations that I kind of, you just said it, so it got the wheels turning. It's like, a lot of my female friends, they say, you know, beautiful women say, guys don't really be trying to talk to me. They don't never say nothing to me. Yeah, I don't. But when I'm with guys, it's nonstop. Yo. Like, so I'm wondering, like, all right, who are we talking about?
Where's the disconnect?
Yeah,
Right.
like,
Yeah. They don't. Like, seriously, a lot of guys, you know, I've talked to guys and they were like, oh, LadyJ, you probably got a lot of men coming at you. I'm like, where they at? Like, I don't. My mother told me like a couple weeks ago, my mother said, you know what? It's time for you to open up. You need a man, right?
Yo,
How old is your mom? How old is your mom?
My mom is 82, and she said that I worked so
Let me tell
hard.
you, when an older woman, if she not the one to cuss you out, look, you know what it's time to do, baby. It's time. It's time to open up.
Yes,
Spread love.
that's what she told me.
It's time to unravel. She started using all those words.
I was like, I'm good. You know, I'm good. She's like, no, I don't think so. I think you need to. I think you need to have somebody in your life. And I was like, wow.
I remember one time before I had my daughter. I remember my mom, and my mom was an evangelist. She was an evangelist at this time. She's like talking. She said, "Yeah, I'm not married, never bit, and I'm California." She said, "Yeah, because eventually I like to have, you know, Grant. You think about doing anything? Like, what are you saying? Are you telling me go hit somebody off and get her pregnant? I ain't saying those words. I'm getting on the phone. I'm getting on the phone. When they start slow talking and using metaphors and
yeah. I just think, you know, at the right time.
Oh, your godson just started me saying that. He said, because she shut him down at the word hello.
Yeah, and this is what I was telling you the first go round. LadyJ, man, she sorry, you a little too late. Sorry about that. Yeah, come back tomorrow. We'll see what happens tomorrow. We'll see what's going on.
Oh, y'all still serving breakfast? No, we already been turned. But I see the egg McMuffin on.
No, sorry.
Oh, goodness.
No.
Yeah,
Tomorrow.
I don't know.
It's 10:49.
I try. I'm doing better. The KeeHee has helped me to kind of, you know, open up and bring it down a little bit. So it has helped me.
You said KeeHee. It looked like you was doing Kegels there for a minute. KeeHee helped you, right?
KeeHee.
Yeah,
KeeHee
oh,
app.
KeeHee. She was like,
I didn't
sound like your mother used to
put your hands first.
Look, but listen, when Troy opened his hands like that, I don't know.
I'm like, this is not KeeHee. This is like Kegel.
Oh, like Key.
This is Kegel.
Oh my goodness.
KeeHee.com.
Oh my goodness. Listen, this girl Shantae said this guy is funny. Yeah, Shantae, he always has my face hurting when he's on here.
Yeah, we love him. We love him up there.
But yeah, so I just think that
you gotta laugh, y'all. Y'all gotta laugh. We gotta have joy when we talk about relationships. Because so many, especially like the brother said, and I want to say this again. I apologize to any women that were actually hurt by the Derek. Yeah. Like we joke about it, but I have family, and I didn't realize until the other day after I did my I have a butt naked on this private Instagram page that I go live and I can just talk like we talk.
Right.
And some people tuned in, they shared it on the YouTube net. But I started realizing that, oh, yo, like some women were really hurt. And you got to realize this guy got some of his pinnacle of success during the pandemic. Like a little bit before the pandemic, of course, but during the pandemic, he probably was just, he was rolling. And
he was cooking.
I don't know, this dude must have been throwing around quarantine D. He's throwing down the quarantine D on the women. Let's meet up. We've been talking for 2 years. Let's just meet up. He had
the community D. Okay, he had the community D. He was all in the community, and you know,
going from place to place.
Yeah. And it's really sad, you know. But like I said, a lot of women are hurting. Women are lonely. Like I understand that. I've been there before. You know, but like I said, it comes down to you got to love who you are. And a
Yeah.
Derek Jackson, when you see Derek Jackson, he's here, there, and everywhere. Like, you know, Derek doesn't love himself, everybody. He doesn't love himself, because if he did, he wouldn't be doing what he's doing. So, you know,
That's
the
right.
fact
He's trying to fill a void.
And the thing now, the thing that makes me mad now is that he's pulled his wife into it because he knows that his business is
Literally.
falling. You know, everything's falling down in front of him.
Literally.
And so now you bring your wife on and you talking about, you know, you mad at God and all this kind of stuff. No, Derek, keep your pants zipped up. You know, leave these women alone. Get yourself together. Because to me, when I look at Derek, like, I don't see him as a really attractive guy. He looks like one of those big blow up dolls. Like, they got the real big bodies with the little head. That's the way I see Derek Jackson. He doesn't look like he's like out of proportion because his head seems really small. Yeah. But his body,
and steroids do that to you.
Yeah. And so, but ladies, listen, don't listen. Love yourself. Love yourself.
Listen, for any man, you know, people make mistakes, right? So I'm not even mad at him or say, you know, I don't know the situation as to why he stepped out on his wife or whatever. Maybe it may be a success. Who knows? I don't know. Maybe he may have been like that. I didn't appreciate his apology, if that's what you want to call it, or his confession, because to me it seemed like just another way to plug my book, How to Heal Together. What? How to heal? I don't even understand that. Like, what do you mean? Yeah. So, you know, and then he had the nerve to do a reaction video to his own video.
Right.
Which was like, yo, you cannot be serious. And he talking in third person. Yeah, so this guy, he doesn't seem like somebody who really learned it. Right. I said, this man.
Let me tell you something. That's some vainglorious and genius stuff right there. When I looked at it, I was like, man, if you can remove yourself, look, R. Kelly did it for years. Yeah. If you got the right thing pumping, R. Kelly, we forgave we was in a forgiving mode for R. Kelly for a long time.
A long time. Yeah.
I won't say we as love, but we was looking around things, you know, we saw the video, him peeing across we saw it.
Right. And I'm like,
and step in the name of people got to remember, Step in the Name of Love came out after that video.
Right. And we was all stepping to the music. Yeah, we was all stepping to it.
I think I was stepping somewhere else when that came out. That's why I didn't really know about it.
I think, you know, we hope that R. Kelly really didn't do what he did, but we
as we do all of our black icons and black heroes, we hope for the best. We don't put them in that life. And even to this day, I struggle because I don't agree with nothing that man did. But R. Kelly?
Which one? R. Kelly, right?
R. Kelly got me through that man grew me when it comes to understand their emotions and how to get these women and, you know, what to expect when you make her mad and all that, when she fed up. Like, he really helped me understand that. And I was so disappointed to hear about all of this, man, because I can't even vibe out to these songs. I can't vibe out to
12 Play was like on the Oscar Brothers album. 12 Play, you can put 12 Play on and just let it do what it did.
Listen,
it's most kids, like younger people, like what are people in their 20s and even some of the 30s? They might not even have things where you listen to playlists and stuff where stuff change up, but to have a whole
album,
put on a whole whole thing. You just,
oh my goodness. Yeah.
Temperatures rising. Yeah, go ahead. Play them right.
Look,
y'all can understand.
That's what he do. You see, he almost got you. You got possessed.
Right, almost got it right there.
You know, because the sad part is that he did a lot to help us to love ourselves, and like you say, Gilbert, you know, and helping you, but he didn't love himself. You know,
I
didn't know that. And most geniuses.
None of us knew that.
Most geniuses be out of their mind.
And that's something. What's so funny is, I was just talking to somebody today about that, and I didn't want to say it. But do y'all realize? And I gotta get it because I'm always on here 90 minutes with y'all. Like I ain't got other stuff to do.
I know. I'm going to cut you off
But
right
I
now.
want to say this. This is something. It was Ahmad's right. It was a half-assed apology from Derek. But here's the thing that's so gangsta about Kanye. Kanye told us when that whole he has like $30 million debt. He was like, man, I'm looking for billionaires. I want billionaires to give money to me. Remember that whole? He was like, man, he crazy. He was like, no, because I have ideas that will make billions. Right. And if I had to wear, this was before Yeezys.
Yeah.
He said I had the ideas to make billions, and he said I just need somebody. And I think he said the government ended up giving him back 60 million in taxes. Or something like that happened. But all that stuff, Adidas was the people that said, let's try.
Right.
Kanye worth 6.8 billion right now, something like that. You know, but crazy cat shit. Yeah, but that is true. It's a thin line, that insanity level, and people, and I think that's the thing. We're in that time where people aren't, there's no buffer, there's no, and I would tell everybody, go by your compassion, your empathy, your gut, and see if the person is caring for the people they're supposed to be talking to or helping. And Derek, Noah, and I hate to talk about the brothers, I'm just saying, at least Kevin Samuel said, I'm not here to stroke your ego. I'm here to tell y'all the truth.
Right.
From my perspective. And this is what it is, ladies. That's what Derek said. I mean, Kevin. Derek didn't say, but neither one of these people ever talk about their own situations. When you don't have a certain level of transparency, be cautious. Someone's giving you information, not giving transparency. You know, I talk about myself in my book. I talk about myself. I'm a comedian by nature, so I'm self-deprecating by nature. So, but my heart is for people. I love people. And that's what you got to look at. Do the people actually love people? What are they doing for people? And do you feel better when you listen to them, or worse? Not some guy tickles your ears and he right, all men like that. And you walk away and that's what you got? Be careful.
And you know, the other thing is, you are in a relationship and I don't hear anything about your wife or your girlfriend or whatever. Why are you talking to me? You know, why are you telling me about men and all this other stuff? I don't even know what's going on. Like you said, what's going on in your relationship? That should be the first person that you should lift up all the time, the person that's in your life. But you sitting here just bashing men all the time. So the bottom line,
or at least say, I know because I did or I do.
Right.
Exactly.
There's no transparency there.
Right.
But yes, everybody, KeeHee dating. You send me the emails. Y'all getting the ebook tonight.
Ebook tonight from Mr. Troy Rawlings. Troy is always a lot of fun. And so I just want to tell you, everybody that's listening, people that are watching, definitely go on KeeHee dating app. Like, I think that number one, because it was built by an African-American woman, we should support it. But number two, it just actually works. So the whole thing about it is you going on there and you being honest with yourself, you being honest with the people that you're trying to connect with. And I think that's what actually makes it work. Don't go in there trying to be something that you're not. Don't post pictures from like 10 years ago and you know you don't look like that. Post some pictures, you know, like post some.
We're gonna catch you.
Yeah, because my son looked at it. He was like, you know, Mom, let me see what you posted. Like, I'm posting pictures because I'm taking pictures all the time. So I'm not going to post something from, 10 years ago. Like, you get what you get. You either like it or you don't like it, and keep going. But, just be real when you go on the app. That's what I want to tell everybody. Be real and have fun with it. It was a lot of fun. Okay, what did he say? What's the dating site?
KeeHee.com.
Let me put it
KeeHee.com.
I'm gonna put it in the comments, everybody, so you all can go to it. But it's a really nice app. I gotta tell y'all though, I felt like I was in school. It took me a couple days to fill out all of those questions because I was wait a minute, this is a little bit too much. But it was worth it in the end. And so I do recommend it. It's Lady J, she recommends it. And listen, I'm very hard on the dating, the apps, the men, everybody. But I do recommend it. It was a lot of fun. And try it. Let me know. Like you can DM me or you can send me something 443-297-4753, or you can go on ladyjmedia.com. Let me know what you liked about it. Let me know if you tried it. Let me know how many people reached out to you. And let's spread the word about it, because at the same time we're also supporting one of our sisters, an African American sister, and this is Women's History Month, but we're almost at the end of it. Marty, we're going to have a conversation when I get off of here. Keep acting up. So Marty is my godson. Ahmad Harvin, that's my godson. But I don't know what Troy went out for a minute. I guess he'll come back. But anyway, this is a really good show, Gilbert. I always enjoy having him on. Like, he is so funny. Oh, there he is.
Right.
Okay, there he is. Let me see if I can get him back up. There he is. There he is. So we were just saying we enjoy having you on. You're always so much fun coming on here. So, everybody, Troy, any last words you want to say before we go?
I think you said something key all day. I pray everybody love themselves. You know, practice, especially ladies and men. Guys, you need to look in the mirror too in the morning and say, "Man, you a sexy mofo." I don't care how short, tall, small, and all the women, call yourself beautiful. Look in the mirror. We need to be kind to ourselves. Eddie Murphy said something recently. He was on, and I really, certain people you glean towards, and I really appreciate what Eddie has done in the industry and some of the things I'm working on now. And he's always been a consummate professional. I like the way he carried his even his personal life. Yeah, he got a lot of kids, but at least all of them with him, all his kids in his house. You know what I'm saying? And he's taking care of all of them. So, but he said something key. Drew Barrymore was interviewing him on her show, and she was like, "Oh, she's Drew Barrymore is still like a little teenager."
Right.
She's like, but you know what's so cool about Eddie Murphy? Stars treat Eddie Murphy like he's a star.
Right.
So they were like, "Oh, Eddie," and she was like, "I heard that you're very, you're very spiritually grounded. You really have a great relationship with God, whatever, and that's why you've been able to last the way you do." And he said something. He said, "Yeah, I believe in God." He said, "I'm not attest to any one religion, but yeah, I have my own personal relationship." He said, "But I just never got into things my contemporaries got into." Think about his contemporaries: Rick James, Michael Jackson, Prince, and Whitney Houston. That's what he named. All of which died from drugs.
Wow.
And were amazing. And he said, I didn't drink. I didn't do drugs. He said, "You know what? I just love myself. I never beat down on myself. I never hated on myself. And I'm my biggest fan." And that was paramount. Like, we can look at Eddie and say all this stuff, and he was like, "No, I just always believed in myself." He said, "The good thing at a young age, I found out what I was good at and what I wanted to do. And I've always loved myself, never beat up on myself, never hated myself. I've always been my biggest fan." And I think that's the thing we got to do. Not narcissism, but being our biggest fan and cheerleading ourselves, and then loving each other. But I think that's very important right now, because we joke about it and stuff like that. But I kind of felt some women took a hit when the Derek thing happened, because for whatever reason, he connected to them on a level that was like, it was just at that line. You going through all that, and he spoke to the place of hurt with most women. Yeah. That dude that dogged him. That dude that dogged him, he did this, that, and the other. He's doing this, that, and the other. And he was speaking from a place, we do realize he was speaking from a place of wisdom. He just happened to be that dude. Yeah,
they knew how to play on the emotions. Who is Derek?
Yeah, he was that dude. He was spitting that. He was a poet.
And he got caught up in his own conversation. But Derek, we're gonna put you on a prayer list, and we hope that everything works out for you. So you know, get it together, Derek, because you know, just go offline for a minute and work on your relationship with your
Yes,
wife.
definitely.
Just stop.
Yeah, just
Yeah. Just stop. People still buy you. They're gonna hit you up. Derek, I still believe in you. You still get some.
Yeah. He need to do some damage control. Just stop talking.
Yeah, just be quiet. Just be quiet.
Yeah, shut up.
A narcissist, it's really hard for them to do that because
Yeah.
even though he knows that he messed up, he still don't know that he messed up. You
He
know?
just he wants to explain the excuse and convince you of the excuse.
Yeah, in his brain
He's
is
supposed to shut the hell up and let his wife talk.
Yeah.
That's what he's supposed to do.
So he
Baby, you got anything to say? I said all I got to say.
Look,
that's how she looked. You got anything you want to say, baby? She came in there looking like an extra from Judas and the Black Messiah. She was.
Oh my gosh.
She had that Black Panther hat on sideways.
Black Panther.
He was about to kill something.
Black Panther.
And she made sure she pulled it. Like, this ain't just a bonnet. She pulled it to her side and let him know it was a bonnet.
Looking like a guardian angel.
Right. Put your fist down, baby. Put your fist down.
I'm feeling sorry for her, but she might be running it right now. She probably had something in his bag letting them know that you better get it straight. Because I'm sitting up here.
The way I looked at the relationship, I was like, so what's that? Because I had to look at some other pictures of her because I couldn't tell how she looked like that, of course. But like she purposely looked like she wore that outfit.
Yeah.
For that video.
Yeah, she was mad. She was mad.
And you know, my goodies ain't for the world to see, like them chicks she was messing with.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Sorry, we got to stop. You see what I'm saying? Y'all take me there. Y'all know I'm a comedian. I'm going to keep going.
Because her one outfit, now this is the other thing I want to say in closing, ladies.
Lord, we trying to be positive. We tried to end positive.
Please.
I got to get out of here. It's 2 hours. We're going on 2 hours. It's an hour and 40 minutes.
Yeah, please, ladies, take care of yourself. And,
yeah.
So anyway, we're going to end on that note. But Troy, thank you so much for coming on. We gotta have you back.
Thank y'all.
We gotta talk about something else though. You brought up something.
Yeah, anything.
We gotta talk about something else that I think you would be good at helping us with. But anyway, y'all, this is Troy Rawlings with the KeeHee the KeeHee dating app. Please go to KeeHee.com. Okay, go check it out. And I am LadyJ. I live in BMore.
And I'm Gilbert Bell, and I'm from Brooklyn.
Brooklyn in the house. So we will see y'all next Monday night. We hope you have a great week. And, you know, we leaving you with the word for real, like love yourself, y'all. For real, love who you are. Love the skin that you're in. That's all I can say. Have a great night. Where's the little thing I made for us, Gilbert? I don't even see it. I think I was talking so much I forgot to upload it. Anyway, y'all know what it is. BMore Brooklyn. Bye, y'all. We hope that you have a great night. Gilbert, I'll be talking to you.
Yes.
We'll be talking. Because you know I got a lot to tell
back in the day when everything was a
Don't go anywhere, Mr. Rawlings.
When we dreamed and we
all right, y'all have a great night. Check out the rest of our shows for the rest of the week.
Some of their friends laughed because at curfew they stayed out past. We played games like freeze tag and hide and go seek. Your grandmother was sweet. There was always something to eat. Back when we said, yo, beef squash, man, I thought that was